Yeah, I think that should work. What's going on, YouTube? And welcome back. Welcome back to the next episode of our Blood Mage walkthrough here on Dragon Age Origins on Nightmare. I guess, you know, the biggest gap in this series, like the next episode, honestly, like I was saying on the channel update, it's just because I started to get a little bit burnt out of this game. And I don't want to put up content that I feel like I'm not excited about, because it's really just going to show, you know, in my commentary, and I'm probably not going to go as all out to you know, be as thorough, because I'm, you know, going to be just slogging through it. So I was starting to feel that, and as soon as I started to feel that, I decided to take a break and go play some other games and, you know, theory craft builds and such. So you know, so I really do appreciate your patience for those of you that have been following along with this walkthrough since the you know, since it started. So I really appreciate that, and I've missed you guys. So let's go ahead and do this. So to pick up where we last left off, I had just gotten the urn of sacred ash, and I believe we have to go ahead and return it to the Arl of Redcliffe to finish out that storyline. But I traveled back to the camp, and I went ahead and talked to Bodan. I just sold a bunch of the crap that I wasn't using. I leveled up Sten because I haven't been taking him with us, and he's a level 11. I just put all the points into strength. And I gave him the Blood Dragon armor. That was, I think, a DLC item I had gotten. But other than that, nothing else has changed. And let's just go ahead and continue on with the walkthrough. Alright, we should go back to Redcliffe.
Indeed.
We should go back to Redcliffe. We'll finish out that quest line. And it looks like my game is frozen. Yes? No? Okay. That was weird. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead. Looks like my game froze there.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Indeed.
There we go. Let's head off to Redcliffe Castle. Here we go. Oh, okay. I think this guy.
You have coins, stranger? With Orzammar closed off, Old Tegra can get you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
This guy, I think he sells like a ceremonial armor. I think it's like one of the unique armor sets that you can. Yeah, there you go. Ceremonial armored boots, like the unique armor sets that you can get. I think you have to buy it from here. So I guess I'll buy it because I already have the ceremonial armor chest. Ceremonial armored boots. We still need to get the gloves of diligence. Okay. Let's see what else. I don't think I can sell. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of any of this crap. Okay. Then let's just move on. Good lord. I was really just starting to focus in on on the graphics of this game, because I've been playing a lot of Dragon Age Inquisition as well as like Star Wars, like Jedi Fallen Order. I'm like, damn, the graphics, they're so good in those games. I come back to this, I'm like, this is acceptable. Just gotta remind myself it's from '09. Alright,
You return. Might you have news? You have? Wonderful. Let us go at once to Eamon's side and see if the urn's healing powers live up to their reputation.
Where am I?
Be calm, brother. You have been deathly ill for a very long time. Do you remember nothing?
Tegan? What are you doing
What
here?
fucking year is
Where
it?
is Isolde?
I am here, my husband.
And Connor? Where is my boy? Where is our son?
He lives, though many others are dead. There is much to tell you, husband.
Dead? Then it was not a dream.
Much has happened since you fell ill, brother. Some of it will not be easy for you to hear.
Then tell me. I wish to hear all of it. This is most troubling. There is much to be done, that is true. But I should first be thankful to those who have done so much. Grey Warden, you have not only saved my life, but kept my family safe as well. I am in your debt. Will you permit me to offer you a reward for your service? Then allow me to declare you and those traveling with you champions of Redcliffe. You will always be a welcome guest within these halls. And for you, Warden, a shield of the same make as those that have been given to our finest knights.
We should speak of Loghain, brother. There is no telling what he will do once he learns of your recovery.
Loghain instigates a civil war even though the Darkspawn are on our very doorstep. Long I have known him. He is a sensible man, one who never desired power.
I was there when he announced he was taking control of the throne, Eamon. He is mad with ambition, I tell you.
Mad indeed. Mad enough to kill Kaelin, to attempt to kill myself and destroy my lands. Whatever happened to him, Loghain must be stopped. What's more, we can scarce afford to fight this war to its bitter end. We have no time to wage a campaign against him. Someone must surrender if Ferelden is to have any chance at fighting the Darkspawn. No, not at all. Loghain is responsible for heinous crimes, and I intend to see him pay. But our armies must be reserved for the Darkspawn, not for each other. I will spread word of Loghain's treachery, both here and against the king. But it will be but a claim made without proof. Those claims will give Loghain's allies pause, but we must combine it with a challenge Loghain cannot ignore. We need someone with a stronger claim to the throne than Loghain's daughter, the Queen.
Are you referring to Alistair, brother? Are you certain?
I would not propose such a thing if we had an alternative, but the unthinkable has occurred.
Oh, are we going to be all cutesy? Okay, we're going to
Tegan and I have a claim through marriage, but we would seem opportunists no better than Loghain. Alistair's claim is by blood.
And what about me? Does anyone care what I want?
You have a responsibility, Alistair. Without you, Loghain wins. I would have to support him for the sake of Ferelden. Is that what you want?
But I... No, my lord.
I see only one way to proceed. I will call for a landsmeet, a gathering of all of Ferelden's nobility in the city of Denerim. There, Ferelden can decide who shall rule, one way or another. Then the business of fighting our true foe can begin. What say you to that, my friend? I do not wish to proceed without your blessing. Very well. I will send out the word. But before we proceed, I believe there is the matter of the Mage, my son's tutor. He still lives, I understand.
He does. He is in the dungeon, brother.
Have him brought here, Tegan. I wish to see him. Jowan, what you have done is not in question. You tried to assassinate me and set into motion a series of events that nearly destroyed everything I cherish. What have you to say in your own defense?
Nothing, my lord. Other than to say I am sorry. I expect no mercy for what I've done.
I see. Grey Warden, have you anything to say on Jowan's behalf? Oh? That is unexpected. And what would you have me do? As the injured party, my ability to see the merciful path is strained. True enough, and wisely said. Jowan, I hereby turn you over to the Tower of the Circle of Magi. May the Maker have mercy on your soul.
Thank you, my lord. And goodbye, my friend.
Now, back to the matter of the Landsmeet. It will take some time to recall my forces and organize our allies. I would prefer to wait until that is done before calling the Landsmeet. In the meantime, I suggest you pursue the remainder of the Grey Warden treaties. We will need all the allies we can get if we are to defeat the Darkspawn Horde.
Alright, right on. It looks like we leveled up. Yeah, just put more point. Well, that's actually a pretty good move. Neutralization. Am I getting the death hex? Yeah. Either death hex or I want to start working on Winter's Grasp because I want to get Cone of Cold. Cone of Cold and death hex. That would be pretty good to have. Tell you what, let's do Cone of Cold. I like that path first with Winter's Grasp. Another good offensive ability to get. And with that, I believe we also got a shield from... there he is. Eamon's shield. Okay, so never mind. Eamon's shield is still better. If for Alistair, at least. Alright. I think that's it. We can leave. Alright, right on. So with that, we actually just beat the gathering forces from Redcliffe. And now we still have to continue using the treaties to see if we can gather more allies. And now it's probably in our best interest to go to Orzammar. We should do that before the DLC. Like, there's some DLC that you can access, and I think it depends on when you go there. Sometimes you get, like, higher quality gear the later you wait. So we'll do the DLC, both Soldier's Pass as well as Banloran's Lands. We'll do that after we do Orzammar. So let's do this. I guess I should put that on there. I'm just thinking about where to map my there we go. Just thinking about where to map Winter's Grasp. Is there any other sustain? Nope. I didn't pick up any other sustainables. Now it's probably a good idea. This is going to be an ambush, and we probably should not get stuck in that.
Don't think so.
So put that down. Though, come on. There we go. Oh shoot, that mage is doing fireball. We're probably gonna get stunned in it too. Ugh. Oh, wow. Actually, I did that perfectly. We got almost all of them. And none of us. Shoot. Let's do shock. Vulnerability hex and gain life. Worked pretty well. Alistair, you're always going down. God, you suck butt most of the time. Probably until you get on like better gear.
Yes.
Let's do vulnerability hex and drain life.
Oh, I don't think so.
Alright, right on. That went a lot smoother than I thought it would, to be honest. Just depends on when you catch that mage in the back, because they always shoot fireball. But okay, let's loot all this stuff. Didn't look like we got anything.
Vieta,
Anything
this
out of the
land is held
ordinary.
in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
I have an urgent need.
Who doesn't? If I don't get in, no one should.
Orzammar has no king. Endrin Idukan returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago, sick over the loss of his sons. The assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the royal seal. That means only the assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden. You'll hear of this. King Loghain will see you quartered.
You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Okay. I thought I was going to get into a fight with them, but guess not.
Your arrival is a mixed.
How magnificent.
All right.
The statues of the dwarven paragons.
Let's keep going.
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter.
I'm just going to
If
pick
you
up
were carved
all of these codexes for you that want to read the codexes. Just about the history of Orzammar and their paragon system and all that fun stuff.
I don't know.
But important to note, here is what is going to start the Key to the City quest, which is a pretty important quest.
Do you think you'll be there?
This will allow you to get the Key to the City ring, which gives you +2 to all your attributes. So you've got to start picking up certain codexes. This is the first one. I believe there's 4 or 5 in total.
It is the assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the diamond quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
You will not speak that way about the man who should be king!
feisty buggers, aren't they?
I won't have fighting in the commons, especially in front of outsiders. I find that sodding fool, I'll have him in the
Alright, let's get that floor carving. The next one for the codexes would be here.
You're asking me if I have a relationship with my brother, aren't you?
Yes. I wonder what he thought of
Another one
I
should
don't think
be
he cared
in the
much about
proving
my existence.
grounds. Somewhere. Damn it, now I gotta find it. It might have actually been down that locked, like that doorway. That was locked.
Not happening.
Yeah, I think it's down there. Okay, well, we can't get that one just yet, but we'll come back for that.
Win,
Yes, Alistair?
my shirt has a hole in it.
I see. And?
Can you mend it when we get back to camp?
Can't you mend your own clothes? Why do I have to do it?
Sometimes I pick up too much fabric and it ends up all puckered and the entire garment hangs wrong afterwards. And you're, you know, grandmotherly. Grandmothers do that sort of thing, don't they? Darning socks and whatnot. You don't want me to have to fight Darkspawn in a shirt with a hole, do you? It might get bigger. I might catch cold.
Oh, all right. I'll mend your shirt the next time we set up camp.
Oh, and while you're at it, the elbows kind of need patching too.
Careful, young man. Or puckered garments may be the least of your problems.
Alright. Alistair reminds me of one of my friends. I can envision him actually saying that to somebody. Jesus. Alright, let's talk to
You
Dagna.
look like you're not from around here.
You could say
Oh,
that.
wonderful. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle? Oh, my lady, it's an honor. I've never met an actual mage. Is it true you can manipulate nature's forces with your mind? Like you were born with lyrium in your veins?
Don't let the glamour fool you, child. Wielding magic is a dangerous occupation and a great responsibility.
I should still say that. Oh, great, a fan. Alright, whatever, we're leaving.
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study. I want to go to the Circle to study. I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing. That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
Okay. After we get done talking to her, we're gonna go here.
There are a lot of you.
Alright,
What was I saying?
Yep.
Right.
There we go. And then this vendor is actually where you can pick up Lifegiver. It's actually one of the best rings in the game, especially for like a blood mage kind of thing. Just gives you plus 10 constitution, plus 6 health regen in combat, plus 3 armor, and I don't know if the healing effects is bugged or not, but that's pretty decent, especially for, like I said, a blood mage. Just gives you more health to play with, aka then more mana. but I think at some point when I do have enough money, I will come back there for that. But we can't go this way just yet. I guess I should go and do the diamond quarter now. Nope, never mind. Sorry. Let's go over to the other side first. There, it looks like there were a couple quests over there that we could pick up. Alright, there's Dagna. That's an armor, so that's just like dwarven armor and such.
Guard my son.
Let's talk to Filda.
I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone. My name is Filda, widow of Turok of the Smith Caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul. It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them. How? There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself. A warden. So you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers.
Take heart, good widow Filda. We'll do our best.
Please, find me as soon as you return.
Man, my party's really turning into like the do-gooders brigade.
Is that drunken singing I hear?
Maker's blessing on you, sister. I'm Brother Burkle of the Redcliffe Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar. The Shaperate controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting. Oh, I'd hoped you'd say that. I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always.
If this chantry could help just one person as much as it helped me, it's worth any trouble.
Please, let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
Alright, we don't need to go to Dust Town, though. Not yet. And, alright, so let's go into the tavern real quick. There's a quest that we're going to continue on. It's called Unbound, and you need to talk to one of the guys in here. You need to talk to this guy.
I can't take it! What? Get away. You'll change like the rest. Monsters hidden in all my friends. They follow you. Once you are in the story, they possess your friends and follow. See? I found copies. All from the same pen, and older than the ones in song. Dormant my arse. Take them. I want out. I won't disappear chasing a lie. I won't.
Alright. So that's just the second part of the quest to unlock like the location of Daxkang, something like that. It's one of the more difficult enemies in the game, but we're gonna eventually go kick his ass. So let's go. Alright, now let's go to the Diamond Quarter. Because, as you see, Orzammar is in like civil war, kind of fighting over the throne since they don't have one officially declared. And now we have two choices. We could either serve Balin, who was the party to the left, and that party had that one guy actually kill one of the other dwarves. And then Lord Harrowmont, I believe his name is. He was like an advisor to the king, and he was with the king when the king died, so... I guess I should go... Nope. We should go to,
Lord Balin is the voice of change and defense. Lord
Nope, not the palace. Damn it.
I wouldn't
Where?
mind getting a job here.
We should go to, like, the assembly or whatever it's called. The chambers?
Have the
There?
king get items from
Yeah,
high
we should go in there. But first we're going to go to the Shaperate, which is like, I don't know, their historian. Like, historical library of all of their history.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories?
Where?
Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperate. What have we been reduced to? I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere.
Okay. So we'll go to the slums eventually, and then we're going to continue that part of the quest to try to find the thief. Let's talk to Orda.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research. Not exactly, but... I'm looking for any birth records from the old Orton Tig. It fell in the last blight, and my mother's family claims to be related. If I'm an Orton, it means I'm noble. I'd have my own house, a seat in the assembly. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads. A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories. The Shaperate guards Orzammar's knowledge. We have preserved in Lyrium all of the records of dwarven history. The memories record all. They are how we know to which family a child owes life, how we trace lost Tigs. They ensure we forget nothing of our past, good or bad. That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city. I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition? What sort of charities do you mean? I am not certain this is in Orzammar's best interests. Our castes have served us well, but it's possible this service could benefit our people. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more? I will record this conversation in the memories. I hope I do not come to regret it.
Alright. So that's going to complete the quest for now, before we go back to Brother Burkle. But let's just keep looting, or like unlocking all these codexes, getting a little bit of experience points, as well as in here, there should be a locked chest. And the chest actually has the gloves of diligence, which is going to complete the whole set that we need. And we just leveled up right on. Yeah. we're actually going to go ahead and wear that heavy armor set for now. Give ourselves a little bit more, defense. Yes, and then the search for the true prophet. You can, I believe, give that to win. But all right, let's go ahead and put on. That is not good. I realized that I am not a arcane warrior yet. Dang it. I got ahead of myself so much. Alright, so in the meantime, tell you what, let's actually give that to Alistair. Because that's a better armor set. And it looks cool. If we're being honest here. Nah, we'll keep it as is for now. I don't know. I still think that like the plus percentage to healing effects received, I feel like it's always bugged. But alright. But now that we have the Armor of Diligence, which is awesome, Alistair should have a little bit more survivability. But dang, I got so excited just there. I really thought that I had already picked. See, that's how long it's been since I've played. I can't remember half this stuff. I thought I was already an Arcane Warrior specialization, which, you know, allows you to wear the heavier armors, depending on your magic stat, because that substitutes it for the strength requirement to wear the armors. Alright, enough of my yammering. Okay. Here is actually where you can start to talk to certain interested parties. So if you decide to talk to Vartag, I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking. He probably sees the mailman. If you start talking to like Vartag, he actually represents Balin, and you know, we have to go talk to another representative, which should be, I believe, within the Royal Palace or Harrowmont's estate, and that's how you begin working for Harrowmont, respectively. So just keep that in mind, depending on which one you want to choose in your playthrough. But
your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the Assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough. The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions. Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans. Only Deshers and occasional guests of state are allowed in. Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne. Troubling, but it will still seem distant compared to the empty throne. The Assembly is blind to all else. I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. Dulin Verender, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin's second, is often here in the Assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
there we go. So that just basically reiterated in a much better way what I was trying to explain. So if you want to work for Balin, you can talk to Vartag. If you want to work for Harrowmont, you got to go to Harrowmont's estate. And I'm not going to support Balin. I'm not going to do it. I hadn't played the Dwarf Noble. There you go. We got to talk to Doolin. I hadn't played the Dwarf Noble up until I did my Sword of the Night build. And Balin's a douche. So we're not going to support that guy.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Doolin Forrender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help. That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties. You're asking the King of Orzammar to send armies to the surface, but Orzammar has no king, and we have no army. Right now, the men who should be fighting Darkspawn are brawling in the street. If this situation is not resolved, we face civil war. If you want Lord Harrowmont's time now, you'll have to prove you have no intention of turning against him later. That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The Deshers take it very seriously. And unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down. It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then. Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the Proving Master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Baisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
All right, friends. This is actually where I'm going to end this part of the walkthrough, and then we're actually just going to go ahead and pick up on the second part of Orzammar, and starting our work with Lord Harrowmont, and then eventually we're going to head into the Deep Roads. So I'll see you in the next episode, friends. All right. It's good to be back. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.